What's the vibe you're getting on the overall state of private lending?
I think the general theme that we're seeing in the market today is that as we get more institutional money in, the best practices that we see in the kind of GSE-driven conventional market that are standardized practices out in the market are starting to come into the private lending space. The better money, the better cost of money, the more intellectually stimulated that money is, the more stewardship around that money, whether it's LifeCo money, private equity money, etc., or now even foreign sovereign money coming in with everything going on geopolitically, everyone wants US dollar assets. What does that mean? They want to know that you're checking, you're doing, you're executing, and you're following specific guidelines into how you create these loans. And closing is really the culmination of all those points in the origination market, where you're taking all your process and procedures and putting it into now a hard doc, you're recording and transferring that recording, and now you have a loan. So that's what we're talking about here, and in that market, there is a huge focus on risk and fraud because there's just so many disparate pieces, there's so many guidelines, there's so many different types of investors.
Sure.
And that kind of creates a much bigger challenge than in many cases the resi market, where there's also a large regulatory kind of hazard if you don't do things right, where you have penalties, whether they're civil or criminal penalties, for doing perjury or committing fraud. This space is still a little bit more free-flowing in terms of it's really risk-based, it's not regulatory